goodness, where are you flying it to?
Oh, I can see a whole
I know, it's up high. Okay.
It's going so fast.
I know.
No.
Careful. Nice job, Nora. Enjoying a little time in the park. Hi Isla. Is that fun? Yeah? Nora? What? Hi. What do you have to say to America? That's what you have to say? What do you gotta tell me what you want to be when you grow up.
Okay.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Hopefully a YouTuber. That's not
YouTuber? That's your aspiration?
Strong as of right now. So.
Okay, you gotta have a plan B then, for sure.
Plan B.
What's your plan B? Besides trying to be like Casey Neistat.
Go to college and figure it out.
You go to college? Wait, you got a plan over there? What about you?
I just want to be better than him.
Nope. No plan. All right, guys. Today is Saturday. I got a lot of things I want to get done, but for my own mental health, I think I need to go for a run. I haven't been doing much of that lately, and I ran the other day and I just remembered how good it made me feel, and so we're just gonna go for a run, and then we got a bunch of other things need to get done today. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about how I went from the world of construction, which I loved, building houses, working on exterior of houses, to going into medicine and neurosurgery. It's a question I get asked a lot, and I wanted to share with you guys how that path evolved for me so that maybe it'll be helpful for you when you're deciding what you want to do with your life. And just wanted to share with you my story and hope that maybe it'll be inspiring in some way for you if you're stuck in a job that you hate, or I didn't really hate my job, but I just found something better. And if you're thinking about doing something else that you like better, then go for it. That was a good run. But now, I have to go mow the neighbor's lawn because Braden got this awesome lawn mowing job across the street. However, he started it yesterday and left to go out of town and didn't finish. The neighbor's having an open house and she needs to get it finished, so we don't want to leave her hanging. So I guess it'll be up to me. Anyway, off to mowing. We gotta get some mowing done and have some other reading and stuff to do around the house. It's Saturday. I'm not on call this weekend, but I am on call all next week and into the weekend, so I need to make the most of this time. getting way too hot outside, and glad we finished the mowing. We made it just in time, 12 o'clock, and walked another 2 miles doing it, so not too bad. Time to move on to the next item on the to-do list, I guess. Really what it came down to was I became interested in something I liked a little bit better. That's the simple answer. Really what happened was in 2007, 2008, construction really just took a plummet. And we had to move out of our house that we were living in when we first got married. Basically had to sell off everything and severely reduce the construction business down to almost nothing, and moved into a small apartment and had one old used car that had no air conditioning, and it was a very, it was a difficult time, to say the least. So as a way to get outside my own problems, I thought it would be good to volunteer at the hospital. So that's what I did. I started volunteering in the emergency room. It wasn't anything fancy. It was really just getting blankets for people, getting drinks for the guests that were there in the emergency room, pushing the gurney to the CAT scanner, and then helping move them on to the bed, and then bringing them back to the room. And I did that every Wednesday night from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. And I learned a lot. I had never worked in healthcare, and really had only worked in construction, and I was working towards a business degree with a finance emphasis, but never really had much interest in healthcare or been exposed to it, really. I tried to just, hospitals were kind of a scary place for me, and I knew people went there to be born and they went there to die. So really, yeah, it was just, all a whole new world for me. And what kind of piqued my interest were the trauma shows, and you see the people going into the emergency room and they're like, dead, or close to being dead, and they, shock them, or they give them the medicine, or they rush them to surgery and bring them back to life. And for me, I thought, you see the superheroes in the comics, and you're like, okay, yeah, all that stuff's make believe. But in real life, I thought like the closest thing to being like a real superhero were these guys that were in the hospital and helping people that really could not help themselves, and during a time of dire need, and likely probably the having the worst day of their lives. And I saw this all that summer, the whole summer of 2009. I was volunteering there every week, and eventually trained some of the other volunteers there, and I started thinking about medicine and applying to medical school. I do a little Google search, what does it really take to go to medical school? And I still had 2 semesters left to graduate in the business school, and I thought, I had a full load. There's no way I would ever become a doctor. That's just too much work. It costs too much money. It takes too long, and I'm not smart enough. And a friend of mine that was getting ready to go to medical school, he told me, you should watch this show, Hopkins, I think was the name of it. See if you like that one, and look into it. You're maybe a little bit older than most people in medical school, or they're thinking about going to medical school, but that's okay. And spoke with another emergency room doctor, and he said something that I'll never forget. He said, maybe you'll be 40 by the time you finish residency, but you're gonna be 40 no matter what. So go and find what you're passionate about, what you love to do, or that you're interested in doing, and go do it no matter where you're at right now, because you only get one life. And guess what? You're gonna be 40 no matter what you do. You could be 40 and still doing the same thing today that you've done your whole life, or you can go and explore something that you might find more interesting, or that you're passionate about. And that really stuck with me. And ultimately I decided to add on the first chemistry class of the pre-medicine prereqs to apply to medical school, and And I remember I came in, the place was packed, 300 plus seats. Everybody was, the place was full. People were sitting on the steps, and I sat on the front row because that's really all that was left, and sat next to this giant periodic table. And I hadn't really seen anything like that since probably my sophomore year of high school. And I had forgotten really like how much I had loved learning about the sciences. And for me, it just really opened up a whole new world. And I thought for sure I would be dropping that class after a few days, but I ended up keeping it, and I kept my full course load in the business school. And that was a tough semester for me, and just trying to get back into the sciences. But it was also it was new and it was exciting. And really, after a couple weeks, I came home and I told my wife. I said, you know what? I think that I want to pursue this path and sell off the business eventually, and go to medical school. And that was really how it all started, being a little bit older applicant and someone that really took about by the time it was all said and done, almost 8 years of college, because I had gone part-time through a good majority of it, with trying to start and run at least one business, if not more, during that time of construction and doing that kind of thing. But really, when 2008 hit and the housing market and construction really took a hit, and let's see, in January of 2009, actually, I decided that I was just going to go and really finish getting through my bachelor's degree and get that done, and then ended up making it even longer when I decided to go to medical school. But it's really, really, the point of this is I wanted to kind of share with you my path. When I started medical school was in 2014. I was 33 years old, I believe. And, it's 4 years of medical school. And then I was blessed enough that I was able to get into a neurosurgical residency and to train to be a neurosurgeon. It's 7 years. And so I'll finish my neurosurgical training in 2025, and so I'll be over 40 years old when I finish my neurosurgery training, and am the oldest resident in the residency, and that's okay, because I always tell people, when I tell them how long the path is, okay, 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, and for me 7 years of residency, those are 15 years. But it's not like it gets cool on the 16th year. And for me, it's really just been a blessing all the way through. Sure, it's been tough times in medical school. I was waking up at 4:35 in the morning, and I was at the school early many days before anyone else. Most of the time, actually get there early, and I'd study and then try to be home for dinner time, because I had little children. We had 3 children while I was in medical school, not born, but 1 born while I was in medical school, and 3 total. And then we had our 4th child born 2 months after I came to Illinois for residency. But anyway, the whole point of this video is to explain to you a little bit about my path and how I got to where I am, and just to let you know that no matter where you're at, if you feel like there's something else that you should be doing, don't be afraid to try something new, because really you're given one life, and life's too short to, and we see it every day in the hospital, life's too short to be doing something that you're just completely miserable at. Obviously, you got to take care of yourself, and if you have a family, but sometimes it can be scary. But don't be afraid to go out there and try something new. I remember I've done lots of different jobs, and probably more than you can imagine, and I remember the bad ones, and you just wake up every day and things are just not great, and you dread going to work. And for me, I can honestly say that I enjoy what I do every single day. Is it easy? No. I'm 39 now, and I still have lots of learning every day, have reading and studying to do, and I'm trying to learn how to be a neurosurgeon, and that's not easy at all. But I'm grateful, and I'm glad, and I enjoy what I do, and that's what's most important. So go out there, find something that you love to do, and do it, and don't be afraid, no matter what anybody tells you. That's it for today, and that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too boring here sitting listening to me talk about these things, but it is something that I get asked a lot about, and I wanted to share with you. So I hope that helps, and hope you enjoyed this time and what I spoke about today. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You know, if you like to hear more about my journey, I'm going to be talking more about some experience that I had, sharing stories, and then also trying to provide some helpful tips along the way for anybody that might be going down this path. And then there'll be vlogs along the way as well of the family. You know, I'm married. I've been married 13 years. I have 4 children. One just turned 2, one just turned 6, and one's about to turn 10, and the only boy is about to turn 12. So boy and 3 girls. It's a busy family. All of them have their own little personality. So you know, subscribe, you know, click the subscribe button, follow along, and you'll be entertained, to say the least, because there's always some kind of craziness going around in here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.